Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me. So I'm going to be doing my makeup, also just kind of having a bit of a chat, hence why you are so zoomed in. I feel like this little guy here is just always going to be in my videos, so I'm sorry about that. I've just really not figured out like a good background yet, but I'm sure I'll get there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, we'll just get started. So I've already done my skincare and my moisturiser, so I'm going to go straight to primer, and I'm going to use the Benefit The Professional Hydrate Primer. This is a really good primer. I love this. I have quite dry skin and I also have pores, and this is perfect because the original just was too kind of drying and not great on my skin, whereas this is perfect. I'm just going to kind of rub it between my fingers and then apply it. Now this is going to be quite difficult because one, I'm using my viewfinder. It's just gonna, yeah, I've never done a makeup video, so just bear with me while I figure out what I'm doing. I should have shown you quite close up before of like my pores and stuff, but if I come in now, hopefully you can see that like I did have pores here and they've just really been like filled. I think even just that alone on its own really can like blur your skin a bit, and it's just really nice and I really like it. Next I'm going to do foundation. Sometimes I will do my eyes first, but I think for today I'm just going to do my face first because I'm not really doing like loads of eyeshadow or anything. So this is the foundation that I use. This is more the foundation I use when I've just fake tanned. So it's the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour Fresh Wear Foundation, and it's the shade 200 Golden Sand. This is the foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. I've used the Infallible before, like when it was the old Infallible. It wasn't like the Fresh Wear one. I've used this. Honestly, I've loved it for years and years and years. Like since I really started getting into makeup and stuff, it's always been like my favourite foundation. I love their shade range as well, and it's such an affordable foundation, but it gives such like a really nice like finish, and it's perfect if you have drier skin as well because it doesn't dry you out. It's not a matte foundation or anything. So I'm just going to pop this on the back of my hand and then use my ring finger. I do this so that hopefully my sponge doesn't like absorb so much of the product. I don't know if that works, but just what I do. I'm actually going to London on Sunday for the week, so I'm going till the Saturday, so like 6 days, and I'm actually really excited for it. So I'm going with Brad on Sunday. We're staying with my family, and then on the Tuesday we're actually going to the Brits, which I am really excited about. More so now that I know Adele is performing, because I thought I saw something that said that she wasn't going to be performing, and now I know that she is. That's just really exciting. But also Brad's going to be coming home on the Wednesday. He has work, so he's coming home, and me and my dad, so my dad's then going to meet me, as we are having our trip that got cancelled because I got COVID and then we couldn't go. So we've moved our trip to this week, and we are just kind of doing like a touristy, like a few days away. We're going to see The Lion King. My dad's never seen it in theatre. I've seen it before and I love it. It's amazing, and I just can't wait to like for him to see it. I really hope, you know, he enjoys it, which I'm sure he will because it's incredible, the show. Yeah, I'm just really excited to go and watch that. For concealer, I'm going to use my favourite concealer. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Longwear Concealer Crease Proof, and this is in the shade C2, which is probably a little bit light for like my fake tan, but I quite like having, you know, like a brighter concealer. So I'll show you. Hopefully you can kind of see what I'm doing. So yeah, then I'm just going to take my Real Technique sponge again, and I'm just going to blend that. This concealer, honestly, I have tried expensive ones because I really enjoy concealer, and I enjoy like, I don't know, I just really like concealer, and this is still like my favourite that I've ever tried. I'm going to go in with what I call cream contour. This is actually a foundation. I love doing cream contour. I love being like bronzed and everything. So this is the Max Factor Miracle Touch Skin Perfecting Foundation. This is in the shade Golden Tan. So this is a foundation, but I actually find this a lot better for cream contour than a lot of cream contour products. Because it's a foundation, it's actually got more coverage, so it kind of blends a lot easier as well. And I just really like it. And then I just use this, which is actually a paintbrush. They are so cheap, paintbrushes, honestly. If you're looking for cheaper makeup brushes, just get a paintbrush. The only thing is it's such a long handle. But yeah, and then I just kind of lightly, because it's a foundation, it's quite like, you know, full coverage, so I don't take a lot, just take a bit and then kind of like stipple it. So yeah, I've got quite an exciting week coming up, which I'm really excited about. I am starting my job at the end of February, the 28th of February, which is the very end. I am actually a qualified nurse. If you have just switched in, I don't know, if you've just started watching my videos, I've just qualified as a nurse. I finished my degree in December, and I actually have my first job in a hospital on a ward. I'm really excited, really nervous. The reason I'm actually starting a bit later, you might think, why are you starting 2 months after you qualify? Simply because the ward isn't actually opening. It's like a new ward, so that's not opening till the end of February. So at the minute I've just been doing bank shifts. If you're unfamiliar with bank shifts, it's basically where you kind of pick shifts. So at the hospital so there's like an app, and you just go on and just choose like when you're free, and then it comes up with like which wards have that availability. So yeah, that's kind of been like what I've just been doing at the minute. I've just been doing bank shifts and waiting to start this job. I've been to London a couple of times, like in January I went a couple of times. I've been feeling quite like low throughout January. I know it's February now, and hopefully I'm feeling a little bit better. Like I do feel a little bit better, but I think I don't know what happened. I've never had a thing like that, like just like a cloud that's come over me, and it's just really made me miserable. And I hate to like, you know, make it all sound miserable, but it's just rubbish. So for my powder, I'm going to use the RCMA, the original no colour powder. I buy this on Beauty Bay and it honestly lasts for ages. It's really, really good. I only tend to use this when I kind of want, you know, like a full coverage face. And today I fancy going a bit out there, so this is what I'm using. I'm actually just going to use my sponge again, just to pop this under my eyes, because it really helps kind of like melt the powder into the skin, and then I use a brush for the rest of my face. So yeah, as I was saying, I've been feeling quite down, and I don't know if that's because I'm kind of waiting to start my job, because I have like, if I just look how like, okay, there's something there, look kind of how nice that is under the eye. I do have a few like creases under there which are just like wrinkles. I think they're always there, so it's not the makeup, it's just my skin. Yeah, I love it. So I think because I've seen other people from like my cohort start their jobs already, I don't know if that's kind of what's getting to me, because I'm still waiting. But then like I'm enjoying the fact that I have a little bit more time off than everyone else, and I can enjoy, you know, just like a little bit of freedom before I start like full-time work. I've been trying to think of so many things that like what this could be, and I understand that when you're, you know, going through like, I wouldn't say it's depression, because I don't think I'd have depression, but when you go through times like this and you know you do feel down, I know it doesn't have to be any certain reason, because obviously what I'm trying to do is look for a reason as to why I'm feeling like this, and I know that's not always the case. I know there's not always a reason that you feel like this, it's just sometimes like happens, and I get that. It's just like I don't understand why, because I've been so good. Like I'm just using like a fluffy brush, and then I'm just going to powder the rest of my face. Hopefully now I'm coming out of it. I don't know if anyone else has ever felt like this, like really random, like the other times I've kind of felt down, I've kind of had some sort of like, oh right, yeah, that's because that's happened or whatever. And I guess I do have like reasons this time, but I don't know. Really weird. Definitely something that does help me when I feel like this, and it might be random and sound odd to a lot of people, is doing my makeup, is getting ready, is having my nails done, is putting fake tan on, having my hair nice. Like, it helps me feel a bit more confident, because when I feel like this, like, I don't even want to like be outside. Like, I went to get my nails done yesterday, and all I wanted to do was drive, because I was so nervous about walking to the nail place, and it's literally 5 minutes away from me, I like to walk, and I was so nervous. I was like, I just want to drive. But I did push myself to walk, and I did walk, and I felt, you know, a lot better for it. But I was so worried that people would judge me as I was walking to the nail place, and it's crazy that like your brain thinks you're that important, because no one cares. I know no one cares, but I think when you feel low, it's just like you're more self-conscious and you're more like aware of yourself in a way. It's really weird. But yeah, I got my nails done, I walked, I did it, and I was proud of myself in a way, so that's good. To contour, I'm going to use the Hoola Caramel, which is technically a bronzer, but yeah, this is what I'm going to use. I absolutely love it. I just use a Spectrum brush. This is a 05. It's kind of like an angled brush, which I really like for doing like contour and stuff. But yeah, so like a tip if you're feeling a little bit low. I mean, I can't really give many tips because I just don't handle it well at all. But one thing that I definitely do is just like try one little thing every day to like get yourself back to like normal, if that makes sense. Like, I walked to the nail place instead of whatever, and I went and got my nails done because I thought that like would cheer me up, and it has. I think it has. I don't know if it's too late to kind of talk about resolutions and things for the year. Like, I don't know. I do have a couple. Then I just use the brush that comes with the bronzer, and I just use it like on my nose because I think it's just like the perfect kind of shape. A brush for my nose. I'm really bad at contouring my nose, by the way. I didn't really come up with many resolutions, well, any resolutions. I just came up with like goals of, you know, for the year. I hate to be that person. See, it's gone wrong here. See, I just can't do it. I can't contour my nose. I think because my nose is quite dry, it doesn't really like enjoy it. Yeah, my goal for the year, and I know many people are going to be like, come on, that's everyone's goal, is to lose weight. I am quite heavy, I'm quite large and in charge, and you know what, that's fine, I don't mind it. But it got to a point where I'm like not happy in my body anymore, and I think be whatever size you want as long as you're confident, and I'm just haven't been. Just quickly interrupting, I'm going to use my blush, which is the Milani blush in Coralina, which is a number 8. It's a really nice like coral shade, and I'm just going to use this Real Techniques brush. This is the blush brush. I just got to a point where I just wasn't happy anymore and I wanted to lose weight, so I have been on, I wouldn't even call it a diet, I'd call it just like, I guess it's a diet, but it's more just like I want to change like my lifestyle as well. So I started that on the 1st of January and I've lost nearly a stone. It's been quite difficult, and I'm not going to lie, like I've not really stuck to it all the time. I've had quite a few treats. Thing is, because it's like more of a lifestyle thing, I don't want to miss out because I want it to be like realistic and achievable. So I have been enjoying, you know, things and like having treats and just like enjoying my life at the same time, although I haven't been because I've been feeling like crap. But yeah, like I've wanted to still have treats and enjoy myself, but also try and stick to this the best I can. So I've lost nearly a stone. I'm sorry people don't like talking about weight or anything, and that might be triggering, but yeah, it's just what I've been doing. So I've been doing a calorie controlled diet. I think I spoke a tiny little bit about it in my favourites video because I included some food that I've been like enjoying. So yeah, it's been like a calorie controlled diet, which is what works for me. I've done it a couple of times before and I have lost weight on it, And I think everything else, I couldn't do not eating carbs. I couldn't do, you know, any of the others that are just whatever. I still enjoy eating chocolate, cheese, the two main ones basically, and having the calorie controlled diet means I can do that. For example, a typical lunch for me is a cheese and mushroom omelette. I usually have a Freddo after tea at night as like a little treat, all within my calories, but it's just those little things that I enjoy. And I think if I was on another diet that restricted that, I'd feel like I was too restricted and I just probably wouldn't stick to it. So that's just what I've been doing, and it's working so far. A little bit slow. I mean, you might think it's not slow. I lost quite a bit at the start, and then it kind of went slower the last couple of weeks, but yeah, I'm definitely more motivated to, you know, carry on. I really want to go to the gym. I went once in January, which I guess I was proud of, but then I just didn't go back. It's just the nerves for me. So as soon as I overcome that, I know I'll be able to go like however many times. And again, when I start my job and get into a routine, I'll be able to go a couple of times a week. But at the minute, I'm just so nervous. Like, I was nervous to walk to the nail place yesterday. I'm nervous to go to the gym, and I know as soon as I'm there, I'll be fine. I think because I'm feeling so on edge and aware of myself at the minute, I don't know, I'm really nervous for no reason. So for highlighter, I'm going to use the Revolution Soft Glow palette. This is the cookies and cream one, which looks like this, and I'm going to use this shade, and this just really kind of helps bring my face back to life a little bit. On the diet, that's kind of a goal for the year. Don't know if I have any other goals really. Just kind of enjoying things, you know, being happy. I guess having a little bit more routine, because for the last 2 years I've been online doing obviously my uni work and stuff, and I've just kind of been at home and I've not really had a routine and whatever, and I really want to get into that, and like getting up in the mornings. I think because at the minute I've not really been doing much, I've kind of just taken that as like, oh, I'll just lie in bed till whenever I decide to get up. And I really want to, and I think that does contribute to like my mental health and stuff. So I think, you know, getting up at, even if it's 8 o'clock, just getting up, having that time and getting on with the day, I think will make me feel more productive, which in turn will just make me a lot happier, I think. So then I'm going to use my Galan Terracotta bronzer. It's so pretty. I'm just going to use this Morphe brush, which is the M527. And you might think, Lucy, you've cream contoured, you've put bronzer on, and now you're going in with another bronzer. But to be honest, this is just, I just love it. I just love bronzer. So that's what I do. So for my eyebrows, I'm going to use an eyebrow pencil from Zoeva. This is the Graphic Brows Cineris pencil. It doesn't say what shade it is actually, so a bit random. Do I zoom you in to do my eyes, or is that a bit too close? Maybe I will. So just brush them up to start with. I have had them tinted and waxed recently, so I just need a little bit of pencil, and then I put like a brow gel in them, and then I can just kind of leave them. Brows is just a thing I don't really enjoy and I'm not very good at, so I just kind of go as quick as I can and just get over it. Another kind of thing that I'm looking forward to this year, which isn't really a goal, it's just more something to kind of focus on for the year, is to like sort my wedding. Me and Brad are engaged. We got engaged in August and we're getting married next year in October, and I'm really excited. And this year we just really need to kind of, I guess, sort things. So we've decided on a venue, which really makes me happy. Right, this brow is thinner than this brow, so we'll just have to excuse that. I'm just gonna put this concealer on my eyelids and carve out my brows. I'm sorry if you can hear the rain outside, but yeah, so we are now starting to get on with everything, and I really can't wait to like go dress shopping and just all sorts. We've got quite a lot of things that we want to do. Like, ideas of like little money saving tips, and maybe one day I could do like a video like maybe after the wedding on all the things that we did to kind of save money. Or not that like, you know, we're massively restricted on our budget or anything, but we just think it's a wedding, it doesn't need to cost so much. Like some weddings are just mad, and we're just, you know, we'd rather save money for like a house and to have children and stuff, so we're not bothered about it being huge. So maybe, obviously this is talking like over a year away, but you know, we could talk about like all the things that we did to kind of reduce costs and stuff for the wedding. I'm going to use the Refi Brow Sculpt. I love this. I love this so much. And this is probably a product that you should use, you know, before you do your foundation, so it doesn't like mess up your foundation. Okay, for the eyeshadow I'm going to use the Beauty Bay Fiery Matte. This is the 9 pan palette. I know they do like a 42 pan palette of the Fiery Matte, but I just got the 9. And this is like a perfect palette for every day. I'm just going to take the shade Nothing Else, which is this shade at the top. Will it focus? Yeah, this shade here, just to set my concealer. I'm going to use the Cinnamon Bun shade, and this is just going to go on my eyelid. This isn't like, you know, a great makeup look or anything. I'm not very good at eyeshadow, to say the least. So I'm going to use the middle shade here, which is called Sincere, and I'm going to use that kind of like as a transition. I know you normally do transition shades first, but yeah, it's going to kind of blend that Cinnamon Bun shade out of it and just like kind of bring it up a little bit. I'm going to use that same shade under my eyes. And then I'm going to use the shade which is called Brown Suede. This is just this bottom shade, and I'm just going to try and do like a bit of a smoke, drop the palette. I'm going to basically try and do a bit of a smoky eyeliner thing if I can. I'm actually shocking at these kind of things. There we go, just something easy-ish for the eyes. I've got 3 minutes to finish this video, so oh dear. Okay, I'm going to go as fast as I can. I'm going to use the Stila Stay All Day Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner. This came in my M&S advent calendar, which I love. And I'm just going to put this in my tight line, so if you don't like watching that, look away. This just goes right up here. For my mascara, I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High, which it was in my January favourites video. I really like it. The one thing I wasn't used to, I'm not used to, is like a wand that's like really wobbly. Like that took a bit of getting used to, but I really like this mascara now. Makes your lashes so separated and just really, really nice. I love it. Sometimes I don't actually do mascara on my lower lashes because I quite like that look, and I'm currently just trying to work out if I want to do that or not. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that. And then yeah, the last thing is lips. I have actually really enjoyed this video. Like, I found it like so much fun to do, so that's good. Let me know if it's like a good video or if I've just been rambling the whole way through. I'm just going to use a makeup wipe to take off like any foundation. And then I'm going to use my favourite lip liner from Rimmel. This is in the shade Tiramisu. And then I'm just going to use my lipstick. This is the L'Oreal. It's like a liquid lipstick in the shade Tease. I love this colour and it's really, really nice, and it feels really, really lightweight. Final thing I'm going to do is set my face, and I'm going to use the Revolution Fix and Glow. It says shape for use, which I don't think I've ever seen, but we'll do that. And then I'm just going to set. That is like the perfect mist. I love it. It smells amazing as well. I really recommend that. And then we're just gonna fan ourselves. This is the finished makeup. This is kind of just an everyday, but if I want to put a bit more effort in. Because I don't really wear makeup loads anymore. It's like the only time I do wear it is when I want to make an effort. So this is kind of that makeup video. So I guess it is like an everyday makeup, which might be a bit much for some people, but yeah, that is the makeup. I really, really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I have really enjoyed filming it. I feel like it's almost been therapy for me. I've just loved it. So yeah, I feel like I've got loads off my chest. And I really, really hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean the world. But I am gonna go, and I'm running late, so I need to go. And I will see you next week for another wedding. I've got weddings on my mind now. And I will see you next week with another video. Goodbye.